Yo, 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 what is up, Skrtbag? How you been, son?
Another day in paradise, baby. Episode number 3. We're 3 episodes deep. I think this is the farthest we've gotten. So that's
Hey,
exciting.
man, we're picking up momentum, man, making some headway.
things are getting real, man.
We
All
are
right.
on our way.
Well
Hopefully
on our
not to
way.
too much fame, but maybe a little bit of casual
Just a
one day.
little tiny little bit of fame with a lot of money. That's all I care about.
Just enough fame for us to have dope advertisements and get to do this for a living.
Yeah, right. That's all we need. That's all we're
Yeah,
asking for.
I don't want to be too famous. That sounds like no fun.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like Kanye famous.
No way. Make it go crazy, bro.
Bro, you can't even have like a normal relationship with anybody. You can't like be I can't be like, yo, Kenny, let's go out to lunch on Wednesday and just like hang out as two guys. You know, everybody's gonna come hang it like coming up to us and like asking for autographs and paparazzi and all that shit. I can't deal with that, dude.
No way.
No shot.
I'll never be that famous, so it's cool.
Yeah, that's fine with
Don't
me.
want to
I'm
be.
happy about it.
Don't want to be. Sorry, before we hopped on here, you were talking about the match. Who was it? Rogers and Bryson and Brady and Phil, or the opposite?
No, it's that you got it right.
Word. How
Dude,
was
Phil
that?
Mickelson, I will say this, Phil Mickelson is one of the funniest dudes I've ever watched. Bro,
Really?
his banter is so good, bro. Like
Is
he'll
it?
just be sitting there chirping the whole time, but also being like the coolest, most friendly guy. Like I think I was just now sitting on the couch watching it, and in my head I was like, I think Phil Mickelson is my favorite golfer now, like of all time. Like I'm always like I'm not like gonna sit here and act like I know a shit ton about like the professional PGA like I do baseball. And I've always just kind of just been like Tiger's my guy because he's who we grew up watching. Like he's like the goat of golf for our
Yeah.
generation, if not
But
of all time.
Phil's a lefty like you.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Phil's lefty, I'm lefty. His banter is good. Like he's just fun to watch, man. Him and Tom Brady. Tom Brady's like kind of the same way. Like I've
Yeah, I
also
was
realized that my enjoyment of Tom Brady since he left the Pats has skyrocketed. Like
through the
I
roof.
love watching that dude now.
Dude, I was just gonna say that. I was like, dude, Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady are essentially the same. Like Tom Brady, way more successful. Like
Right.
compared, like Phil Mickelson's won a bunch of majors. Like he's had a super successful golf career. He's gonna be in the PGA Hall of Fame if that's like a thing. He's gonna be in, right? But like
He's not the Tom Brady of
Tom
golf.
Brady's the undisputed GOAT of the NFL.
Yeah.
And Phil
Well,
Mickelson,
it was actually I think it was like the fourth hole they were just playing. Phil Mickelson literally called him the greatest athlete of all time. And he was like, no, not just football. He's like greatest athlete of all time. And
I
I
don't
was
know.
like, that's very debatable.
Brady can't really jump or run.
Yeah, that's where I
What? How are
was
you an
like,
athlete? Like he is an athlete, but
he is an
you're
athlete,
not the
but he's
greatest
not the
athlete of all
greatest
time.
athlete of all time. And that's where I was like, all right, that was
A little
pretty much.
blasphemous.
And then, dude, I think Brady, it was like the second or third hole, like sinked like a nice like 10-foot putt. And they were walking back to their carts, and Brady was like putting his clubs away or whatever. And Phil, like right before it cuts out to commercial, Phil just goes, I have never been more attracted to you than I am right now. And it just went right to commercial. It
That's
was so
awesome.
funny.
That's perfect though.
That's all you heard. And then it was just like Capital One credit card. Blah, blah, blah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
No,
good.
I like Phil too though. Who's winning the match?
I think so. It was tied after they hit the turn, and now I think Aaron Rodgers and Bryson are up 3. They're
Oh,
playing
really?
best ball. Yeah, they're up 3 holes. They're playing best ball, and it's actually a lot of fun to watch, dude. And they're like, I guess, doing a lot of donations wise. Like, I guess for every par five, depending on how far you hit your drive, each player hits a drive. So say Bryson hits a 400-yard drive,
Yeah,
400,000 meals get donated to this certain charity. I can't think of the name of the charity off the top of my head.
that's
But
Fire Flames.
through 9 holes, it was like 5.5 million meals donated. And they were like
Damn.
5.5 million meals, and it was like $1.5 million have already been donated
That's
to
not too
like their
shabby.
charity of their choice. Yeah, it's awesome, dude. And I was just telling Kenny, I enjoy
That's me.
watching this style of golf way more than I enjoy watching like regular championship US Open Masters type style golf where it's like, they bounce around to each player. I know you can watch like featured groups and stuff, which is I usually do that, but like it's still just so much more enjoyable to watch them like kind of you're sitting there watching him read the green, and it takes way longer than that it shows on TV. Like Phil Mickelson will
Right.
sit there for a good 2.5 minutes reading the green, like circling around the hole, and then he takes a putt and sinks it. And it's just like, oh, it's not like he's just stepping up to the ball, looking once or twice, and then hitting a putt. You know what I mean?
That's what I do, and I sink my shit.
You can't even say that serious.
Oh, did I smirk? No way. So
Did I
serious.
smirk? Nah,
Okay,
you're right.
low key, I'm not a bad putter, but sometimes I just get crazy. And I don't know. Like sometimes I just like I glitch. There's a malfunction in the system, and I have
Your
too much.
muscles don't work.
No, they work too well. I have way too much. But sometimes I do hit it soft. But sometimes I just yerk it, and I'm like, oh wait, wait, wait. What are you doing, Kenny?
You
You're further
you
than
got
before.
you got one of those fat like the club head on your putters like fat too, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I have two. I have two putters. So if I'm not putting well, I switch it up at the ninth. At the turn, I switch it up.
Does it usually work?
It always works. But the handle on my like backup putter is like old. It's like shedding on me. I just bought a new one though. Gotta have my boy grip it. But I think I want to get all my woods gripped because my 3 wood
Yeah.
that I use all the time, the grip on that one's like starting to fall apart, like needs to be replaced. So I might just do the other two too.
Wood's got to be gripped.
Yeah. And then I want to get new ball head covers too because mine have like a white, it's like paint that's like flaking off, I guess.
Yeah, dude, you got to
They're
grip your wood and cover your balls, man.
you're a dickhead.
Uh, I
Uh,
saw this thing on Facebook today. This will be like our last tidbit of golf, but it was like, which players are worse, the people that have iron covers or the people that have their sports teams as like their driver covers or their bag like theme? And I was just like, I feel like, well, it's coming from somebody who works on like has worked on golf courses for like a long part of his life. Like that's, I feel like that's so true, dude. Like those are like the two. All right, think of like a basic white girl, how she's getting Starbucks or Dunkin'. It's like the basic golfer is either having like he's going all out and balling out on all of his clubs, spending thousands of dollars and still shooting like a 110, or he's just gonna be like, yeah, I'll get this Yankees bag. It'll look cool. I'm a Yankees guy.
yeah.
In between that is like very like few.
I feel like the club head cover guys are the worst. I'm inclined to say that because I wear sports teams polos. So different from bags,
That's
but like
different
I
though.
got a
Yeah, that's
Union
way
polo. That
different.
John's fresh. I'm gonna get a
Oh, that's
Birds
totally
polo.
different. Yeah, that's totally different because it's like, you know, you have a collection of like I have my ball marker thing is Eagles themed. Like it's I have a bunch of other things that are, but like a whole bag set is like, all right, dude.
You're going a little too crazy.
Yeah, a little too crazy.
That's all right
Especially when
though.
it's like Duke basketball. It's like relax.
Yeah, but Duke's the worst.
Yeah, everybody hates Duke.
Facts.
Being a
Everybody
Duke
hates.
fan is like a Yankees fan.
Facts. Facts.
Most Yankees fans are Duke fans.
All right, bro. Let's hop into it. Have you watched any of the game tonight? The Bucks and the Suns, game one tonight. It already started.
No, I was gonna say I was watching the golf thing and then um I was gonna throw that on, but we got Yankees baseball in 30 minutes. But
Yeah.
I have not been a good ever since the Knicks got knocked out. I have not been good at like watching NBA. I'm just so not interested in the playoffs this year. I don't know why.
Giannis is playing again.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's playing tonight, I think.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I
That's
still
definitely
think
interesting.
I still think he's not that good.
No, but it does change the dynamic of that series, dude. Because
Suns
think
in
about
six.
this: if the Suns go out there against no Giannis, they could win. They could sweep. They could sweep the series, in my opinion. And it's like if that happens, you know, everybody and their mother is going to be like, "Oh, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Mickey Mouse ring. You didn't have to face Giannis in the finals. You beat a whacked out Milwaukee team that had
That's
Chris
what they're
Middleton."
already saying, dude. I saw this thing. Apparently, Devin Booker was like, "Look, bro, we're not here to justify our rings. We're just here to go get one." Because I
Right,
guess
and I totally agree with that.
they were asking him about all like the stars that have gotten injured this playoffs. He's like, "Hey, we don't
And
need
it's
to
like, what do you
justify it.
want me to do? Like, if I was a player
Do
in
you
that
want me to heal
situation,
them?"
right? I'm not a doctor. I can't be like, all right, I want you at your total best, so that when you play me, people on Twitter don't say, "Oh, Mickey Mouse ring 2021."
And it's not even like they're trying to hurt them. You know what I mean? It's not like Devin Booker's the one that's going out there and hurting these star players and
Right,
kicking them out.
right.
Like
If
that's just the
anything, it's
way.
the league's fault
That's
for
just the way the
starting up
sport
so soon.
goes,
Right. Yeah.
dude. For being a Sixers fan, every year I hear Joel Embiid sucks, and I'm like, no, he's good when he's healthy. You know, and everyone's like, yeah, but he can never be healthy, so he sucks. But now it's like you're giving everybody else an excuse because their stars got hurt. Why don't their stars suck?
Right.
Right? Why don't they suck because they can't stay healthy in playoffs? But so that's why I'm just like, dude, you can't really talk about injuries. Like you can't have it both ways.
No, don't like when people put injuries as like a what's the word? Like an asterisk to somebody's like winning against them. You know what I mean? Like injuries are just a random thing that happen in sports. Yeah, there's things that go into like situations that could cause more injury that could
Maybe you
favor
just go
somebody else.
100%
But
vegan like Tom Brady. You play until you're 835 years old. You
is he
never get
vegan?
injured once. I don't think he eats any meat. I don't know.
Title of episode 3: Does Tom Brady eat meat?
Does Tom Brady eat meat? I don't think so. I think he's a vegan.
I never knew that. I would have never. I'm picturing Tom Brady on the grill. 2 spatulas in both of his hands.
Oh my
because
God,
he's just
no
that much
way,
of a dad.
dude.
Are
He's
you kidding me,
drinking
bro?
green smoothies. He's drinking green smoothies.
Nah, Tom
Him and
Brady
his
gives off big
supermodel
dad
wife, bro.
vibes.
No way.
Yeah,
No
total
way.
dad vibes. Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't look good. Like physically, he looks like he's a 49-year-old fucking
So
Spartan.
on the fantasy footballers, shout out fantasy footballers.
Do you think they're listening?
No fucking chance.
They get all their insider info from us.
Yeah. But they have every time they talk about Tom Brady, they have a drop, and it's like something about him being the plant man.
Plant man.
Yeah, so I think he's vegan. That's all. That's all the research that I got. But
I mean, I could see it. I'm just saying, in my head, I pictured him a big dad on the grill
right.
cooking up.
I'm
burgers and
googling it,
dogs.
bro. Is Tom Brady vegan? Let's see.
See if
Survey
Vegasaurus-
says, nah,
No.
nope.
Man, I knew he'd be on the grill. Well, there you have it, folks. Tom Brady is not vegan. You heard it here first.
That article was from May 6, 2021, too. That's pretty recent.
Very recent. People were definitely wondering within the last 3 months if Tom Brady was vegan. So,
Damn. According to his personal chef, Alan Campbell, Tom eats a diet consisting of 80% vegetables, but he's not vegan. But 80%, that's a lot. But I mean, that's probably
shout out Alan for having the percentages down.
dude. That's probably the best way to. That's probably the best diet though. Like you're mostly vegetables, throw in some fruits, throw in some protein, like some good like organic chicken, organic kind of steak, something that somebody shot and killed. Because I don't think Brady's walking through the mountains killing elk like Joe Rogan. But maybe he tells Joe Rogan, shoot 2 and give me 1. And then I'll get the natural elk.
Hey, I'm Tom Brady. Shoot 2 deer, give me 1.
Yeah, and Tom Brady probably give him 50 G's.
I don't know. I heard Joe's the type of guy who's like, I was listening to I think it was Brett Kreischer's podcast, and he was like, nah, Joe's the type of guy where you mention something one time around him and he sends it to your house, like without any questions asked. Like he was like, yeah, dude, like we were talking about Pelotons one day, and literally 2 days later, Peloton was on my front door.
That's wild.
Yeah, I want that. I want to be able to do that to my friends.
Yep, me too. Never gonna happen.
Well, hey, you don't know.
He's so fucking rich, dude.
Yeah, he is dumb rich. But on a much smaller scale, maybe even if I can you wake up in an hour from now after a long nap, and there's a nice little DoorDash 5 guys on your front porch. You know what I mean?
Not too shabby either.
Yeah, I'll take a burger.
Maybe one day I can get my friends Christmas presents.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Nah, fuck them.
Secret Santa that shit.
Ooh, maybe.
Don't just buy them things. Listen, you can't do it to me because I'm gonna be in on it. Like I already know it's gonna happen. So you just gotta all right, send Waldo like.
If I don't tell you I'm getting you a gift, you're not gonna know. Christmas is so far away, bro.
Right, but if I get a random gift from somebody and there's no name on it, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, duh, this was Kenny."
Probably fucking Clay.
Listen, we can get Clay.
No, I mean it was probably Clay sending you something.
Could you imagine? Comes home with something, like goes to the mailbox, sends it out to his own address. Yeah, it's for my roommate.
Take it, send it back.
Yeah.
You don't want to just give it to him. No, it's a Secret Santa thing.
Yeah, I need it to come in the mail.
Yeah.
If I give it to him, he's gonna know it wasn't Santa. Because I'm not Santa.
Right, but if it just shows up, maybe it's Santa.
Right, you never know.
Maybe he just puts it out one night when you're sleeping and then it is Santa.
I come out, there's just like a half-eaten plate of cookies. It's like, sorry, dude, I ripped my pen and I got into the cookies. But here you go.
Dude, Johnny, love Santa.
P.S.
Uh,
Those cookies were bomb.
uh, all right. How about the Euro recap? Did you watch today's game?
No, I was at work. I got a little caught up writing some blog for some Myrtle Beach course, but
Yeah,
I was kind of following like on Twitter. I wasn't watching.
I didn't watch when it was going on. I just had so much shit to do today, but I caught the PKs, and I mean Italy's moving on. I think they look really good. I think they're probably gonna win the tournament.
I was gonna say that, dude. I really after today, like, did you see Chiellini after the game, his interview or whatever, where he was like,
Nah,
that was the most important win of my career. Like, we had so much momentum. I'm so happy to be a part of this team, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, damn, dude, you've been around for a minute.
a
And
minute.
that's the most important game of your career. Like, that must have been like, you must like really just have some sort of unknown confidence
Yeah.
that you're just gonna fly
Well, I
through
mean,
the
I
final.
think that Spain's a good team, right? And Italy were able to withstand them. And Italy just kind of hangs back in defense.
Right.
Spain are a better team than England, I think.
Mm-hmm.
England are a little more sloppy in possession. Um,
Has the other semifinal game been played yet?
no, it's England, Denmark, but you gotta assume it's gonna be England. But it could be Denmark, Denmark, Italy, and Denmark takes it home.
If Denmark squeak past England and get to the finals, dude, what a story that's going to be,
I
regardless of
know,
if they even win the Euros.
I
The
know.
fact that they made the final after that whole Christian Eriksen thing, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Good for them. That makes me
probably
happy.
their best player.
Yeah. And probably their captain. I don't know that, but I would assume, like,
Yeah,
can you name anybody else from Denmark? No, I
nah, but there
can't.
could be one old head that's been there like 3 years longer than him, that's been there forever, and he's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like Pierogi or something. I don't know. Is that even a Danish?
I don't know, dude. Maybe his last name's Danish. Cheese Danish.
Cheese. Cheese Danish, center back for Denmark.
Captain.
Captain Cheese to the half field line, please, for the coin flip.
So also the NHL, Tampa's gonna win it, bro. You called it. You're like, I've been the first
I've
two
been
episodes
to
of the
it.
pod. You were like, Tampa's gonna win the whole thing.
I just had a feeling, man. They had that back-to-back feeling, and I've seen like not a lot, but enough of them play this year, just like randomly, and I was just like, dude, they're the same team. They're gonna win again.
Yeah. They were up 3-0 on Montreal, and Montreal won last night, but it's 3-1 now. You can't think that they're gonna go on and win three more in a row.
No, and I was listening to Bill Burr podcast the other day, and he's like a big hockey guy, so he knows his shit, big Bruins fan. But he was like, dude, as much as I hate the Canadians, like they're a battling squad, man. Like they are not dirty, but like gritty and just like
Yeah.
battle every game out. Like it's not over yet, but you know what I mean? It is
Yeah.
3-1. Like it's over.
The goal to win it was scrappy as hell. I caught it on the TV when I went to the gym this morning, bro. No, time out. I had a great day today. I woke up
Started from the top. Started from the top.
I woke up at 5, right? And I was like, normally I just hit the snooze, but I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm getting up. So I got up, left my house by 5:30, got to the gym at like 5:52 or something like that.
You
Gym wasn't
tweeted at me at 5:55,
Yep.
and I was
Yeah,
like, bro, why is this man up?
because the gym wasn't even open yet. So I was just sitting in my car. So I was like, oh, let me scroll Twitter. I was like, let me chirp at Johnny. Pre 6 a.m. chirpage.
Bro, I woke up at like 8:30 and saw that. And I was like, I'm gonna reply to that when I get to work. It's too early for this shit.
So then go in the gym. I do 10 minutes on the treadmill. I walked for 3.5 because my Achilles do, but then I did 6 minutes of jogging and felt so good. And like last week I tried to jog and was in a lot of pain. So I mean that's huge. And then I did a bomb ass upper body workout, went home, started work at 8 instead of 9, literally had the most productive day at work of all time. Watched Rick and Morty, watched the PKs, went to go look at houses, got a fire ass house, got some Popeyes. You know they hooked me up.
Now we're potting, dude. That is a fantastic day.
You know that they fucking hooked it up. I got the 3-piece tenders. They gave me like 7, but a couple of them were like little guys. But it was legitimately like a legitimate 5-piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Way more than what I paid for. And then blessed with some bomb ass music on the way home. Now I'm here potting. Yeah, bro.
Drinking some brews
got a strawberry lemonade with my Popeyes.
Ooh, I had one of those today too. It was in a glass bottle
flames.
too.
It was fire.
Popeyes or Bojangles?
Popeyes, dude. I love Popeyes. Really? Got my heart. Popeyes got my heart.
Popeyes or Chick-fil-A?
Popeyes.
What?
Yeah, I don't think Chick-fil-A ate all that.
Wow. What? You and Waldo? Yeah, Waldo was. We were playing Xbox the other night. Were you here for the whole Zaxby's conversation?
Nah.
He said Zaxby's over Chick-fil-A, and I wanted to punch him through the mic.
I mean, I could see that.
Bro, what? You guys are
No,
tripping
no, I wouldn't,
sack.
because I love Chick-fil-A nugs.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A nugs are such my fucking jam. But
Dude.
dude, Popeyes, first of all, Popeyes chicken sandwiches, greater than sign Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches, and especially you get the spicy John, it's fire fucking flames, way better than Chick-fil-A spicy. And Popeyes got bomb ass tenders, and Popeyes got bomb ass mac and cheese.
How's their
And
fries though?
Popeyes always gives me a fucking full basket when I order a 3-piece. They give
Because
me
you
three
know those people
pounds.
working at Popeyes like don't care, dude. They're just like fucking throw it in there, throw it out the drive-through window, enjoy
No,
it. But it slaps.
their thing at the drive-through was so dope, and they had it since before COVID, but it was like perfect. So you pull up and you put your card like underneath this little thing, like a little weight that holds it down, it's like on a hinge. They like pull it back in, spin it around, run your card, put the food on it, put your card back underneath the little hingy thing, like spin it back around, push it out to you, and then you just grab your shit. You don't, there's no hand to hand.
Love that, dude.
It's so dope. They had it since before COVID. It's really cool. As the first, it's the only place I've ever seen that.
Bro, how long do you think it is before like there's not even humans working at places like this? Like that could be an automated robotic like job in
100%.
the next like
And then you
10
just
years.
like, you literally just put an engine on that thing, and then you just automate like, oh, they ordered a 3-piece chicken tender, and you get 3 chicken tenders, and you put them in a basket, and you get some fries and a
Right.
soda. And you can do all that like with a computer.
Right.
100%. You could just make that a system.
And I feel like when was the last time you walked into a fast food restaurant, like got food and like sat down and hung out for 10 minutes and ate your shit?
It's been a minute, but
It's
also
been
COVID.
years. Yeah, but like even before that, like
Yeah, I would just, even if I went in, I usually just went in, grab and go.
you're right. So like they don't need to have staff to like have dining rooms. You know what I mean? Like I get there are people that do that, but like cost efficiency at that point, you know, the big ass corporations can be like, oh, we can save money here. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
You know what? There's just Chick-fil-A. I always see a lot of people sitting in Chick-fil-A eating.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is different though. They got that
Yeah.
whole like culture of people behind them, and they're just like family
They're fucking
tradition
whack.
and shit like that. Yeah.
Sorry, Riley, I didn't say that. Take it back. I take it back.
Dude, speaking of Riley, I'm sitting in traffic today, like on my way to work at 8 o'clock, and I had my phone like up in my little like dash thing, and I get a Snapchat notification, and it said from Riley San because that's what she is in my Snapchat. And I was like, what the fuck? It's like early. I wonder what she has to say to me. So I like opened it, and it's a video of her zooming in on my car, and it just said Johnny San, and I was like, I leaned my head out the window, and she was like 3 cars behind me, and I was just like, yo, what's up, dude? Like, it's the most random because I was like, I usually leave my house by like 8:15, but I had to get gas today, so I wasn't like at the light that I'm normally at that time. And I was
Mhm.
just like, oh, it's weird. Riley snapping me at 8:25 in the morning. Like, what? It's got to be Eagles related. Nope, it was just me.
just me related.
Yep.
Um, you want to talk about the Yankees at all?
Fucking no, not really.
All right. Well, fuck it. I don't really want.
All right. Well, I will say this. Um, the Mets series that they had
Yeah.
completely. I'm on a routine where every single night I will allocate 3 hours of my day to watch the Yankees. Literally every night. Like game starts at 7, I'll have it on while I play video games, or like it's always on.
Yeah.
So the 2 rain delays that we had on Friday and Saturday completely threw me off. Because then I was just like, oh, I'm golfing. Oh, I'm hanging out with my girlfriend. Like, kind of just put
Yeah.
the Yankees on my back burner. And I'm glad that I did, dude, because it was an absolute shit show.
8-3, 10-5 L in the first two.
Yeah. And then I fucking hate the 7 inning doubleheaders, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it's 7 innings is not a baseball game, bro. I get it. It's only 2 more innings after that, but it adds so much more to the game. And it's just like, why are we even doing this? Like, you're not
Yeah.
saving that much
Why
time,
are we playing
that
fake
much
games?
energy. It's not a real baseball game. 7 innings is not a real baseball game. We did that in high school, bro. That's high school shit.
Yeah,
Like,
what are we,
it's so
children?
annoying. So annoying. Garrett Cole's like, yeah, I went 5 innings, but it's like, okay, like it was good because it's a 7 inning game, but like 5 innings, 4 runs is not great. But if
Nah.
that was a 9 inning game, you throw them out there for one more inning, 6 2/3 or 6 innings in 4 runs is not great, but it's not the worst. You're saving a bullpen arm that way. It's just so, dude, it's so annoying. The rules that they make to MLB are like the little things like that, and adding a runner on second base and extra.
Oh my God, that one's so bad.
I hate it, dude. I hate it so much. Like, I don't even watch extra innings baseball now because I'm just like, oh, guy on second, they're gonna bunt him over and score him, and it's just like, what are we doing? Like, we're giving away free runs because people don't have the attention span to watch extra innings baseball. That's bullshit, dude. Extra innings is when everybody chimes into the game because it's the most intense. And if you get an extra 4 innings out of that, whatever, like that just keeps adding to it because bullpens are
games
gonna
like
run out.
don't really go further than 10 innings.
Right, and it's so annoying, dude. I always loved like the good classic like 13 inning like baseball game.
Bro,
Like,
gone is the day of the 22 inning 5-hour game. Like that's like breaking records. You're never gonna have that ever.
never,
again.
dude.
Whatever's
never.
the longest game in history is that's it. It will forever be the longest game in history.
Right, because you can literally just bunt in a run now whenever extra innings come. If you have somebody up, and most Major League Baseball players can fucking put the bat in the strike zone and lay the ball down enough for them to move the guy over, and then all you got 2 outs to get a pop fly, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, it's so dumb, dude. It makes you so mad.
Yeah. Trash rule. MLB, whatever they're doing to the sport is not good.
Nope. We could do a whole episode on that if we really wanted to. But I'll just get heated, so I don't
whatever,
really know
dude. Phillies suck too.
Are you guys above 500? Because we're like 1 game over 500 right now.
Nope. Lex sent me a Instagram DM this morning, early as shit, and it's the picture of SpongeBob where he's like smiling, but like his teeth are all the way at the top of his head, and he's like, yeah. So it's that, and the caption's like, when you have a 4-game lead in the division and DeGrom's on the mound tonight, and I'm just like, you guys are like 3 games over 500.
That's what I was gonna.
You're the only team over 500 in the division,
right? Like,
congratulations.
You have a cakewalk to the playoffs. I don't want, like, if the Mets make the playoffs, which I assume they will if things continue as they are. I don't even have to assume they will make the playoffs.
Yeah, they're a good team. I think they will.
They're getting smoked in the first. They're getting smoked in the first round, dude. They're getting absolutely smoked.
Like, here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and say that the Mets are a bad team. I'm not going to sit here and say that the Phillies are a better team than the Mets. That's just not the case. But don't like try to be like, oh, we're so good, we're so much better than the rest of the NL East. Like, if it was a competitive division, like let's say it was a competitive division and like us and the Nationals, the Braves and the Mets, like if we're all like at our best and we're all like 5 to 10 games over 500, or maybe 2 teams are 5 or 10 games over 500, and then you have a 4-game lead. Like, if everybody's having a good season, you have a 4-game lead and you're hot and you're feeling good, like, okay, we all suck, bro.
Dude, if the Mets
NL East not have a wild card team.
If the Mets flipped with the Yankees right now and they were in the AL East right now, they would be in 4th place. They're not a good baseball team.
Right.
They just happen to have a few, they have a fucking Jacob deGrom, which is an anomaly in itself.
Yeah.
They've got a few other good pieces. Francisco Lindor has not been the Francisco Lindor of the past. They're not a good team. I'm not sitting here trying to bash the Mets because I'm, upset about the Yankees, because the Yankees aren't a good team either. I'm not saying that. But the Mets are, and a lot of their fans, I'm not saying Lex, but like a lot of the fans I see on Twitter are like, yo, the Mets are fucking good this year, blah, blah, blah. And they're not, dude. Like, they're a 500 baseball team right now. And it's still like, there's still a whole half season to go. So they could be a good baseball team, but as of right now, they're not a good baseball team. They're an average baseball team.
Yeah, they're
quite
average.
Literal average basation team.
Yep, right around 500. That's about as average as you can get.
Pretty much, precisely.
You know who else likes to talk a lot of shit and likes to hang around the 500 mark?
Who?
Dallas Cowboys and their fans. Anytime I can get a Cowboy slant, and I'm gonna.
Don't even get me started on the Cowboys, dude. Yeah,
I'm so upset that they can't go 8-8 anymore.
Yeah,
like that's literally the most depressing part of this extended season.
I know.
The Cowboys, it is so much fun for them to be like, oh, we're winning the East, we're going 12-4, we're winning the East. Yeah, 8-8. Maybe you make the wild card, but you're out in the first round.
Yeah, and it's funny because I've said this like to you countless times, but a lot of times over the past like 3 or 4 years, since you and I have literally been graced with the gift of birth on this planet, they haven't even made it out of the championship game.
They've never even been to a Super Bowl.
Right. And I feel like the Cowboys growing up my entire life, everybody has treated them like they're some like top tier team.
Because they're a bunch of has-beens.
But the thing is, was 24 years ago. It's like we're past the point where we're like, oh, they used to be good. Like if the Yankees, they used to be good. It's still been 11 years since they've won, but like that's more than double that time. So there's no more they were good. They've been a fucking mess for 24 years now.
Yep.
And it's just like they're like
They've
put on this
been
pedestal.
average.
I love seeing Skip Bayless get all upset.
A few above average years with Tony Romo. He like when he took him to the playoffs and fumbled the bag, literally fumbled the bag.
Literally fumbled the bag.
But then I mean, I don't know. I think they're decent now, but they got a long ways to go in that defense. The offense looks good.
I think they're definitely on the up
Dak,
now.
Zeke, Amari, CD,
right.
Michael Gallup,
they're
Blake
set up
Jarwin.
nicely, but they're the Cowboys, so they're gonna find a way to fuck it up.
Yep. Their offensive line is getting old and leaving the league. I think they had one or two guys leave the team on their offensive line. That's been such a big part of their success over the past few seasons. But hopefully Dak's healthy and hopefully he has a good fantasy career because I got him in our dynasty.
Dude, just throw 8 touchdowns every game, but lose every game. That would.
Fine with me.
Yeah.
Talk about some new Rick. Did you peep new Rick?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
So, I liked it. Wasn't one of the funnier episodes, but it was a good episode because of how there's this drinking game that we used to play to Rick and Morty, me and Austin, where it'd be like one of the rules was drink every time Rick and Morty gets real. Because they always have like those spurts where it's like one scene of like Rick, like getting real depressed or like kind of like fighting with his emotions and shit like that. I felt like this whole episode was that, dude, because, and also like, this is going to sound super corny, but I bet even you can relate to Morty, like his whole like energy of that episode where he gets all excited about like having this new girlfriend and like being super mad in love with her and like even like going after like kind of like fighting with his family because his family sees like it's not good, but like you can't see that because there's a young 14-year-old kid and he's kind of just like so blindly in love with her, and then like it kind of hits him in that one scene where she goes off and starts killing all those people and he's like, yo, this bitch is evil. And then he like breaks up with her and goes through this heartbreak. And I was just like, oh, damn. Like, usually, like, Morty's, like, the punching bag of every episode, but I really feel bad for him.
But he was also, like, low-key badass how he killed all those motherfuckers.
Oh, dude, that, too. I've noticed that this season. Morty's
I was just going to
like,
say you brought it up before.
Yeah, dude. Fire! Wind!
So I watched it on adultswim.com, and everything was censored. I want to see the uncensored version. And does the uncensored version show me the elbow boobies?
Dude, I didn't know it was boobies on her.
No, because on the other people that were there
was like
island,
nut sacks, right?
No, they were like outward buttholes. We had like little sucky things in the middle, bro. I'm dead ass. They were outward buttholes on their elbows.
I didn't get like that. I followed that whole the B story of that episode. I followed it, but then when Summer was like, she's only with you because she wants to survive. Like I didn't realize Rick was keeping them alive by doing that. So I was like, oh,
yeah, because her island would have gotten her planet would have gotten blown up by the sun.
Right, and then Summer just gets in the ship and it's just like, bam, 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 you're good now. And then she's just like, all right, Rick, I'm out.
Yeah.
Dude, Summer was low-key badass in that episode too.
Yeah, she was like, Grandpa, why are you being a pussy? We're here to fucking suck and have a good time.
Yeah.
All the ass we can.
Right. And then the part where she like when she was getting to go into the ship to blow up the meter or whatever, she like slimed through all those aliens and I was just like, oh.
It sounded nasty.
Yeah, it did. It was like squelching.
I love the cutscene at the end. Because remember when they're on that last island, the one that she saved?
I'm trying to remember what the cutscene was.
I'm gonna tell you in a second.
Oh.
So when they're like they're all fucking, they think they're all gonna die and shit, and you hear this one person's like, oh my god, I can't believe fucking my dad would feel so good. Yeah, dude, blah, blah, blah. And then the cutscene is like he walks into the shop and it is real somber. He's like, hey. And he's like, "Hey, Dad," and then he's like, "Is Mom home?" And he's like, "Mom's not talking to us." And he's like,
Is it
"Cause
because we fucked?
because we fucked." Yep.
Yep. There he
Okay.
goes. Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect, bro.
Dude, yeah, that was funny. Oh, yeah. Man, I like really almost get into a feeling of like depression when Rick and Morty's not on for so long, because it's one of those things where it's like I look forward to it every week and I'm like always like on top of it, like 11 o'clock I'm watching that shit, and it's always off for like 2 years, dude.
I know.
Like it's like,
I
dude,
think they're
it's
gonna
been,
start coming quicker though.
yeah, because they've been like, I heard they were already like had season 6 like in the works of like being written and almost done like being completely written, but
Yeah,
like
they
the
call that
animation
one in
just
the
takes
chamber.
forever. Yeah, son. But dude, when do you remember the day April's Fools? It was April's Fool's Day of 2017, I think, or 2016, and it was when we lived on Beaver, and it was like the first like time that we all like as a collective friend group watched Rick and Morty, and it was the season 3 premiere.
I do. I was
With
so
the
big.
it was yeah, obviously, but it was the McDonald's Szechuan sauce episode.
Oh yes,
Yeah, do you remember that?
yes.
It was just like a random like, dude, there was
Yo,
like a month-long
that
craze of like,
episode slaps.
yeah, and I was so happy because that
You
was
know what,
like your
Johnny? I'm gonna
guys'
go watch
first
that
experience
episode
watching that.
sometime soon.
Yeah, I watched it like 2 days ago actually on the Adult Swim app where they have like the 24-hour marathon,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that one was on, and I was like, oh, this is a great episode.
Yeah, I know Rick's on Hulu too, and Lex got me on the Hulu.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
uncensored too
ooh. Yeah, I noticed that they didn't put the full episode 2 and episode 3 up on
on
YouTube
YouTube.
uncensored.
I think they did
Boo.
that just for like the premiere.
2 thumbs down, Adult Swim. At the end of the season, can you drop them all uncensored? Like,
Right. The only dude, I remember the first time I saw Rick and Morty uncensored was I got like the season 1 DVD on DVD and Blu-ray, and I would just throw it in my PlayStation at night. And the first time I realized I heard Rick say the F word, I was like, wait, it sounds funny. That wasn't a bleep. And then it went again. I was like, yo, this is so much better. Like, I don't know why. Like, I know what he's saying when it's censored, but it just sounds like
sounds better.
like the jokes hit better when he's just
Always,
like,
dude.
fuck.
Curse words are fun.
Yeah, they are.
That's why this is an explicit podcast.
Yeah, check the Apple Podcast, Spotify little description thing. We got the little explicit sign
Because
because if you
sometimes we
curse,
cuss because we're bad boys.
yeah, my girl
Yeah.
likes them bad, so you know. Sometimes I put my milk in before my cereal.
Okay, that's just serial killer action, bro.
No, I actually never do that. That is
That
it's
actually
straight
is
up.
low key serial killer behavior. Like if I'm killing some cereal and I have one bowl and the milk's in there and I just dump the cereal on top, that's straight serial killer, bro.
All right. So I wanted to bring this up to you, random tidbit that I just thought of. But remember when I snapped you the other day and it was like Michaela, the skin therapist?
Yes.
Dude, she's gotta have somebody. She's gotta have
Somebody's gotta
somebody.
tell her.
Right. Michaela, the skin rapist? Dude, come on. Like you gotta
Right.
see that. Like
Yeah,
I
it
saw
was
it as
yeah,
like
yeah. It was like yeah, it was Michaela skin therapist. So it was like Michaela skin the rapist.
no, there was no like underscore or periods or anything to separate the words. So I read it and I was like, Michaela, skin rapist. I was like, fuck? Oh, skin
Interesting.
therapist. Skin the
Yeah.
rapist. I was like, this bitch, she's out here skinning the rapers. Like, I mean, good for her. That's, you
Appreciate
know,
you.
eye for an eye on some Dexter shit, but like probably not a good idea to
You
have
think
that
she
on
wears them
Instagram.
as bodies, as like as clothes, like in that movie? But like she does it to rapists, so it's like, is it bad?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're skinning any
Oh,
sort of human
Silence of the
being,
Lamb. I think that's what it's called.
yeah, yeah. But if you're skinning any human being and then going out in public wearing their skin, probably not a good thing.
Badass motherfucker.
Stinky motherfucker too.
What
That shit
about
probably
what about
stinks.
in the episode of Rick and Morty where all the cats take over the old lady's body?
Oh yeah, or the last one where it was the one Rick that was like he was the ugly Rick and he had like the skin peeled off of
Oh
him.
yeah, yeah,
Remember that?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it just goes to like Muscle Rick and it was just like Muscle and Meat Rick and he was just like, help me. That
Oy
show's
vey.
so graphic, dude. We were at
That
Alex and
show is
Joe's.
so so
It
graphic.
for no reason. We were at Alex and Joe's for 4th of July party, and one of Alex's friend she was showing me a picture of her Rick and Morty tattoo. Like her and her boyfriend got matching Rick and Morty tattoos on the back of their calves, and one of them is like Rick coming out of a portal, and the other one has Morty coming out. And we were just talking, and she was like, "Dude, I hate when people are like, oh, you like Rick and Morty. Like, why do you like a kid show so much?" And she was just like, "Literally, just watch Rick and Morty, and you will understand that is 100% not a kid show."
Right.
Like, I hate the stigma behind cartoons where it's like because it's animated, it has to be a kid show. When it's
Right.
like I don't watch any cartoons that are kid shows. Like most anime and stuff that I watch is pretty brutally graphic, dude. Like it's not like I'm watching Little Einsteins or some bullshit like that. Like it's like just a
Or Peppa
different
Pig.
it's a different way of telling a story when it's not live action, and you can do so much more with it because there's more freedom in the like animation process or writing process because you're like, oh, I'm not gonna have to worry about
Yeah.
getting any
Try
sort of deep
try
props or
going
getting
to
any
another
shit.
planet in live in a live
Yeah.
action. Try jumping through this portal in live action.
Star Wars said, "Hold my beer."
That is. um Johnny, dude, I know you like to watch Caillou. That's your favorite cartoon.
I'm not gonna lie, Caillou be slapping sometimes.
Kodak
No,
Black.
I'm just kidding, bro. I ain't be watching Caillou. What the fuck?
Kodak got that lyric. My girl pussy ball call her Caillou.
Yo, what?
I I'm so dead ass
Could you
serious,
imagine
bro.
you're in the middle of like rearranging guts and you're just like, yeah, Caillou. What the fuck? That's like you're killing
This
the
dick
mood
Caillou.
instantly, bro.
Take this
If
dick
I'm if
Caillou.
I'm if I'm in the middle of having sex and my girl's like, call me Caillou, I'm gonna just leave.
call me Caillou because my pussy bald, bitch. Oh
Oh
my god,
man, we're
dude.
treading on clean water right now.
Yeah, this is good. This is great content. All right,
Uh,
maybe we should just move on off the pussy bald shit. Um,
Caillou, Caillou.
so I want to talk about podding when I'm on vacation.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna be in Hawaii for
Ooh, you could do a little Hawaii episode?
yeah, but the timing is gonna be tough. We're gonna have to figure it out.
Right. Well, Hawaii is what, 3 or 4 hours behind?
I think it's 6.
You're lying.
I'm so dead ass.
That makes sense because London, I know that's like pretty much on the other side of the globe, but if you look at it flat, it's not that far. I mean, it's still pretty far, but like it's closer than you think.
Right.
Lex, fact check me on that with your shit. 'Cause I'm speaking out my ass right now. I honestly have no idea if London is close to Hawaii.
I don't think London's that close to Hawaii, and I
Well, you
think
know what I
London's
mean, dude.
I think
If you were to
London's
leave,
6 hours ahead of us, bro.
okay, but think about it. If
They're
you're
equally as far
no,
from the
London
East
is
Coast.
5. London is definitely 5 when I
Yeah.
was there because I was
Yes, it
still
is.
in
It is.
college
It is
doing my
5.
shit. And but think about it. If you're where you are now and you were to go to Hawaii, right? Think you're looking at United States, you're gonna go this way, opposite of you, because you're looking at me reflected, right? You're gonna go this
Right.
way for Hawaii, this way for London. I feel like on the other side of that, it's gotta be kind of close.
No.
Like what is in between London and Hawaii? Actually a lot.
Yeah, literally like all of Western Europe, all of Asia, and then like half of the Pacific Ocean, and then you get to Hawaii, and then you got the other half of the Pacific Ocean, and you get to Cali.
Is it really half the Pacific Ocean from Cali to Hawaii? Is it
It's
that
pretty
far?
much like a halfway stopping point between us and Japan, and that's why we both wanted to own it to put a Navy thing there so we could stop.
Wow, you just blew my mind. I understand World War One now.
I think it's World War II.
Oh yeah, because what was it? The
Pearl
attack
Harbor.
there, Pearl Harbor was World War II, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I get events from both world wars mixed up so easily. All I know is Hitler was World War II and the assassination of that the Duke
Mussolini.
guy. No. The thing that like triggered World War One.
I don't
It was
know.
it was the assassination of some duke or some like important political figure like over by Turkey, I think, or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know shit about World War One. I'm gonna be straight with you.
Yeah, World War II is the better.
Yeah, way more interesting.
Also way more fucked. But is that why it's more interesting? Probably.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right, you want to draft?
Yeah, let's draft. I'm ready to draft.
All right, let's get it.
Let the viewers know what we're doing.
All right, so we're gonna do a draft here. We're drafting the best cartoon characters to host a podcast. So we're gonna draft 4 cartoon characters. And yeah, we're gonna see who makes the best podcast. We're gonna put our host on Twitter, put a little poll up. You guys can go vote and tell us who would you rather listen to? Who do you think you can make the better podcast with, or who do you think would make the better podcast?
Right.
So we're each gonna pick a number between 1 to 100. I'm gonna ask Siri for a number between 1 to 100. She'll give me one, and what you said, Johnny, was that whoever's closest picks their pick.
Right.
Right. So they can pick to go first, or they can pick to go second. If you go second, you get 2. Yeah. Right, like a snake.
Right.
Okay. You want to pick first, or want me to pick first for a number?
You pick your number first.
18.
72.
Okay. I was gonna pick 69. Would have been super close.
That's gonna be tough because if we get all right, you're gonna have to do the math here.
Yeah.
That's why you're an accountant.
Siri, can you pick me a number between 1 and 100? One moment. This is fun.
Siri, it's not hard.
I think it is hard for her. I think she's struggling. All right, let's see. Thank you, Siri, for literally nothing. How embarrassing. Let's try again. Siri, can you pick me a number between 1 and 100? I don't think she can.
I have a generator right here.
Oh, do it up. Do it up.
1, 2, 3, generate. All right. Are you kidding me? It's number 2.
I guess
it started on 1 and it just went up 1.
All right, you can pick first.
You want me to pick first?
Yeah, then I'll go with 2.
I think you know who I'm going for.
I think I do too. Go crazy. Take him.
Motherfucking Rick Sanchez.
I knew you would, bro. I don't think he'd be good on a podcast.
Dude, he knows everything, bro.
He does know everything, but he's also a dickhead.
Okay, yeah, but that adds comedy. Like, it's
kind of, he's just gonna shoot everybody down, right? People are gonna be like, oh, I had this interesting idea, and Rick's gonna be like, no, it's either already been done or it's not possible. I've already calculated every single outcome in my head. It's either already been done and it's not that cool, it's not that interesting, or you can't.
He's gonna have a crazy fucking stories, dude. Think about all the stories.
He does have some crazy stories. He does have some.
And he doesn't have to be the lead guy. He can just chime in every now and then because you know he's not gonna want to be there in the first place.
Right. He's gonna be like, "Why the fuck am I doing this podcast? Like, what am I doing it for?"
Well, maybe he's podcast Rick.
Maybe.
Think about that.
Could be a different Rick. Is it C-137 Rick, or is it?
Do I have to change? Am I locked in?
I think you have to pick a specific one though. You can't just say that's not a real podcast.
Okay.
Rick is not a Rick.
You know what?
You can take the one that Gary's friends with.
I was gonna say Doofus Rick might be a good pick, dude.
He might
be. Doofus Rick eats shit.
Even though he's literally the complete opposite of everything that you just said. Like, Rick is so smart, he knows everything. Doofus Rick is the opposite.
But like in different, like they would be funny on a podcast in different ways, which is why I think it would be good.
Yes.
But I think I'm gonna stay with my original pick and go
C-137.
C-137.
All right. So now I got 2.
You got 2.
My first pick, this is who I want to be like the host, but I don't know if it's gonna count as a cartoon.
Hit me.
I want to pick Mufasa.
That's a cartoon.
Okay. I didn't know.
That's a great pick, dude.
It's not like on Cartoon Network, but it's a cartoon.
No, it's an animation. Yeah.
And it's a character.
Cartoon Network, right?
So Mufasa, he's the leader of he's the king of the jungle, bro.
He's also an asshole, though. What do you mean?
No. But he gets them together. He keeps them all organized, and his voice is so smooth.
He does have.
It's gonna be your voice, and he's gonna be the leader. All right, I've got a squad I want to set up. Okay.
Okay.
So, but he's gonna be the organizer. He's gonna keep everybody on track. And with pick number 2, I want Eric Cartman.
Oh, great pick, dude. I didn't even think of South Park.
Yeah. Eric Cartman,
yes.
Funny as hell, like dickhead, gonna be like ragging on everybody and like pranking people on the show. I think he's gonna be a great co-host, super funny. So yeah, that's where I'm going. Mufasa, Eric Cartman.
Wow.
Back to you. Who you adding to Rick Sanchez?
This is gonna be a wild card, but I think it's gonna fit really well in like the most humorous way. I'm gonna go with Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb.
Okay.
I think he's like a stupid Rick, essentially. Like
Yes.
he's a wannabe
Knows
Rick.
how to he knows how
He
to
knows
do
how to
it,
make things and
but he
shit, but
fucks everything up.
his execution is terrible.
He gets beat by a platypus.
Yeah, I mean, hey, put some respect on my man's name. Perry the Platypus kicks ass.
Sure. Would Perry the Platypus beat Rick Sanchez in anything?
No, dude, Rick is literally he's a god.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's true. All right, I like that. So Doofenshmirtz, and where are you going next?
Doofenshmirtz and let's see here. I had a few in mind. I think I gotta add some sort of female entity in there just to kind of get like the perspective of different perspectives on things. And I really like Kim Possible.
All right.
I think she's like not that she's not funny, but she's like very tactical and like kind of low key.
Yeah.
And I think she's gonna pair well with my next pick, and if you don't pick him.
Okay. All right, so let's go to my pick. I got a couple. All right. So I don't know. All right. No, I do know. I'm gonna go with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
From Scooby-Doo? Oh, dude, he brings all the stoner vibes, like.
And he would just be great to chill with, bro. Like always chilling.
Always down to munch.
Yeah, like just chilling. He's gonna say something dumb here and there. You know that. You can count on that. He's gonna say something dumb that gets a chuckle. Right.
Right.
So I mean, going with Shaggy. I think that's a great pick.
That's a good pick, yeah.
All right. So I got Mufasa as my host, Eric Cartman, and Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I got a couple different ones that I'm thinking about here.
Yeah. Do you want to do all right? So do you want to do one more person and then pick a producer who's like going to produce this, kind of like the Jamie of the podcast? Or does that throw your whole thing off?
No, I could do that.
Okay, we'll throw that in as our like last.
I haven't thought about that one at all though.
Yeah, me neither. It was just off the top of my head. I thought of it.
All right. Then so if we're doing that, all right. So I'm between 3. And there's one that I like. It's kind of a little far out there. It's just I don't really know why I like this person. I just do. I feel like they're a good character. But the other two I think are funny. I think they get me more votes in the polls.
So are you going for more of a comedic approach, or are you kind of like
a little bit of both? More comedic, I think.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go with. All right, I'm gonna go a little out of the box, I guess, because I'm not gonna go with who I was gonna pick. I'll go with Bender from Futurama.
Oh, dude!
I think that's a really good pick. I think
him and Cartman are gonna be really good.
I think he's funny, but he's also like a dickhead, but he knows how to have a good time.
Right.
I think he's solid. I was thinking about picking the chick from Futurama too, because I think it also would be good to have a chick presence, but I don't know her name, so. And I like Bender, dude. He kind of just stuck out to me. I was like, I kind of want to pick
him and Cartman are gonna be great together. Like they'll be bouncing off each other the whole time.
All right, so you can go ahead and take your last pick, I guess, and your producer.
Okay, so I'm going my last pick and then producer.
Yeah, or either. You just flip them. I don't give a shit what you do.
All right, I think. I have one that I wanted on my podcast, but I don't know if picking that person is going to make it too serious of a podcast, and that's not what I'm really going for. Let me think. You know what? I think I'm going to do it, dude, just because of I'm going to go with Danny Phantom.
Okay. I think him and Kim Possible will be great.
That's what my whole thinking was, like, kind of you get the two guys that are like there for comedic relief and just like kind of like to bullshit off each other, and then Kim Possible's like she's gonna have some cool spy stories to tell, or like have some good perspective on things, and then Danny Phantom, he's literal Phantom, so like he's
And
gonna
he's gonna
also
have
have some
good
crazy
ghost stories and shit. And Rick Sanchez
Right.
has some good stories and shit. So that just
Rick
sounds like a good story
Sanchez
pod.
literally has a ghost in a jar, so like,
I like it. I think that's a good little squad. So where'd you go second? Who's your second pick?
my second pick was Doofenshmirtz.
Oh, right.
So I got
Okay.
Rick Sanchez, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Kim Possible, and Danny Phantom.
And who's your producer? Who's running the show?
My producer is gonna be. Let me see. Oh, you know who I'm picking? This is killer. Number one from Codenamed Kids Next Door.
All right.
The bald guy that
Yeah.
wears the red with the glasses.
Yeah.
He's on top of his shit,
He
dude. Like
is on
he's got
top
his
of his
squad
shit.
locked down at all times. He always knows what's going on. Not
He
getting
is on
anything
top of
by
his
him.
shit. Okay. I like that.
And his name is Number One. He's like, oh, dude, I'm the number one producer. Like,
I like that
of the
too.
number one podcast show. Come on.
All
now.
right. So you got Rick Sanchez, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Kim Possible, Danny Phantom, and Number One as the producer.
Right.
So I have Mufasa, Eric Cartman. Who else did I pick? Shaggy, Bender.
and Bender.
All right, let's do that again. So I got Mufasa, Eric Cartman, Shaggy, and Bender. And for my producer, I'm going to go with Karen from SpongeBob, Plankton's wife.
Oh, well,
She's
yeah.
a computer, bro.
Yeah, right. Literally, she can just automate your shit.
Yeah,
right
Jamie,
there.
can you find this? Yeah. So Karen's my producer. She's going to be on top of her shit, and she's going to be quick with the facts.
Wow, that's a good pick. That's a smart pick.
All right, so
you're just taking out the complete. You're completely taking out human element there. That's smart, dude.
Yeah.
There's no human error. No, that's just pure stats and numbers. Here you go. Here's an episode.
Did you have any other names in mind? Like, who are you throwing around that you didn't pick? Those are our finals. We're locking them in.
Yeah, locked in. Let me see. I was thinking about doing like a. I don't know if this would count because it's kind of like a bullshit kind of fucking. It's not really like it's not like its own thing. But Yoda from Clone Wars, like the animation show.
Yeah.
I feel like Yoda would be like have some cool, like, wise shit to say and just always be their vibe and like talking in his little Yoda slang.
Yeah, I feel like you could talk me into Yoda being an okay pick.
Yeah, but like also that's like picking like Spider-Man, being like, oh no, he has this one animated show.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like when I think of Spider-Man, I think of like live action shit.
Me too. And when I think of Yoda, I also think of live action.
Right.
So the one that I was kind of toying with, where I went with Bender, I was also thinking either Homer Simpson or Peter Griffin.
Yeah, I had those two on my mind as well.
I think they would have been good, but I think Bender's just like a more fun pick there. Like,
yeah,
I already had Shaggy. I already got Cartman.
Right. And I think Peter and Homer are kind of just like basic, like everybody knows them, like obviously everybody knows their personalities. They would be good on a podcast regardless. So
they'd be better for my picks though, because people be like, oh, I know Homer Simpson. Way less people know Bender.
Right.
And then at the end, that was kind of between Patrick Star. I was thinking about him, but then I was like, nah, I'm gonna get Karen from SpongeBob, so I'll be good.
That's a good pick. I would have never even thought, like, I wasn't even thinking SpongeBob, honestly, and that's my shit.
I almost picked SpongeBob. I was like, if Johnny doesn't let me get Mufasa as a host, because I didn't know if he was going to count as a cartoon, I was going to go with SpongeBob as a host because, dude, he's a great worker. All he wants to do is work. He's got the Krusty Krabs, the best joint in town.
Yeah, but SpongeBob also is like always getting into some shit. Like, he might fuck shit up too. Like, he's gonna work hard, but it might not be the most efficient.
Yeah, but whatever. That's what we got Karen for, to keep us in line. He's just the organizer on the show to make sure the show.
Yeah, and will that, SpongeBob and Karen on the same show, that might cause some friction.
That's true.
Like,
well, you know what? I didn't pick Karen, and I got a nice squad.
You did pick Karen.
I didn't pick SpongeBob, but I got a nice squad.
All right, let's post this to Twitter. I really want to try and get some eyes on it because I'm actually really interested to see what people think about like which podcast they would like listen to. I think both podcasts would be fantastic to listen. Dude, we shouldn't do it because I'm definitely not smart enough to do this. But
But if you could
someone,
automate it,
yeah, and like just like have like a computer read like all of SpongeBob's lines like ever, and then Rick Sanchez and all this shit, and then kind
and
of
you
just
could
make
like put
them
their
create a podcast.
personalities into like an interactive sit down discussion between the four of them.
Yeah, yeah, that would be sick, wouldn't it? Because they do
That
that
would
with
be dope.
like they do that by like writing scripts. Like I saw this thing on Twitter. It was like I took an algorithm and put every episode of like I think it was CSI Miami or some shit like that, like one of those crime shows.
Yeah.
Put it into an algorithm and had it make an episode based on like all the information that was put into it, and it was like an actual like script, like of like
Right.
it
Right.
came
Right.
down to
Right.
lines and stuff. So I'm like, I'm sure it's
That's
doable.
like the what's that episode of Rick and Morty where they steal the skull head?
Yeah, that's the where they do the heisting.
Yeah, the heisting. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
the heistatron.
Yeah. 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 It's just
Yeah,
like that.
Elon Tusk.
All right, bro. I'm gonna crack this beer, and then I'm hopping off. Maybe play some Xbox.
Yeah, Clay's bringing home some Taco Bell. Shout out Clay Cole at
Salud.
Clay Cole on Twitter.
Also,
Follow us.
go
Follow
Birds.
us on Twitter. Go Birds. I don't know. Shout out anything. I got to get on the TikTok shit. I haven't had any time to like cut up any clips or anything.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll be all right. We get there. So yeah, follow us on Twitter at Random Room Pod. We kind of got boned on Random Roommates. It's a technicality.
Don't want to go there. We don't want.
Yeah, don't want to talk about it. I think we are the Random Roommates on Instagram. It's gonna be like in the descriptions. You probably just go and click on it and figure it out on yourself.
Yeah, links.
Before I fuck it up. It's somewhere on YouTube. I don't know the link because it's like, letters and numbers and shit. But you go find it and click the subscribe button and click the like on this video too.
And then you'll have the updates of all of our uploads and all.
Yeah, then you'll see every time. You don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss this.
You gotta go subscribe, get the notifications.
Next week we're gonna have
yourself a great day.
Stuff to talk about. We got the MLB All-Star weekend coming up. We're gonna have some NBA Finals games in our pockets, locked and loaded. Some golf maybe is going to be played this weekend. So
I hope so.
Yeah.
Ooh, going to Union Red Bull at Red Bull Arena on Thursday.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Me, Lex, Cassandra are going to roll up there after work.
That's fun.
Yeah, I haven't been to Red Bull Arena before. And it's probably closer than Union is to my house.
Yeah, probably, honestly.
Because Union's all the way down in Chester. It's like an hour 15, hour 20. And Union's probably like an hour, maybe less.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to it. All right, bro. I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Have a good one.
You too, bro.